beautiful Friday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us again right here on Frank Talk on Rave 91.7 FM. We'll bring you up to date about issues happening all around this country of ours, Nigeria. So we'll take you international when we need to do that, just to help you have a keep abreast of informations happening, issues happening all around you. We look at policies of government, we look at the politics behind some of those policies. Today we'll be going to Plateau State, where, well, an orgy of killing going on in that particular state once again. Herdsmen versus the locals in that particular area. The last time, well, it's been a series of attacks, but this one, the third in about a week in Ikondoro community in Basa local government, the Irigwe people coming under attack this time. 27 people killed. We'll be speaking shortly to the president of the Irigwe Development Association, Honorable Sunday Abdul, will be speaking with us. We'll also be speaking to the people that has been alleged to be the attackers and the killers, the Miyetti Allah group, the Fulani herdsmen. We'll be speaking to the chairman of the Miyetti Allah group in Plateau State. We hope also to speak with the spokesman of the special task force put in place by government to arrest that particular killing. Well, I spoke to Honorable Sunday Abdul, the president of the Development Association, earlier this morning, and asked him about those particular killings. I asked him to tell us what really happened in that particular community. My name is Femi Olanipekun. Hello. All right. Thank you for joining us again. Quickly now, I was asking really for you to tell us what really happened. Different accounts, we get in as to the number of people dead, and then the role of the military in the latest attack on your community. Tell us what really happened.
Well, you're particularly talking about the last attack.
Yes.
All right. Actually, what happened was that the community known as Nkedongo was attacked by this same Fulani herdsmen or mercenaries last week. They killed one person then or so, and they came back the second time. When they came, what happened was that there was a gunshot. It's like the Fulani had an arrangement with the military, as it were. There was a gunshot to kind of arouse the curiosity or fear in the hearts of the local there. And so people began to wonder what is happening. And so the soldiers now called on the warhead of that local area, that is the ruler of that area, and told him to now call everybody to come to the class where they are camped. The military are camped to guard that area. And so the chief said, but how will he do that? Because the people were in their homes, and the first time that they came, the people repelled them. Do you understand? And therefore, the conjecture here is that for the second coming, they were already aware that the people can withstand their pressure to some extent, and that is why we believe that the soldiers replanned this thing with their assailants, because when the soldiers told the ruler to call the people to go into the classroom where they are camped, the leader said, well, how will he do that? But when there was that gunshot, the people began to run. So he said, oh yeah, I told you, call them. Let them come. And so the people went around the soldier in the school, and they told the people, go inside the class. Go inside the class because of that gunshot. He said, go inside the class, we'll protect you here. And so the people began to go inside the class. in order to seek for protection, not knowing what was the plan that was on. And some few young men, or at least one young man, decided not to enter in the classroom. And some other men, our people are like that. They don't like being joined with women and children. And so some people entered the classroom, mostly women and children, and some youth. But this particular young man refused to enter. He said, let women and children enter the classroom. He preferred to stay with the soldiers. So the soldiers told him, no, let him go inside. So he said he's not going inside. He went into the farm. Just there, it's planting season. There are farms around the school. So he stayed in there with the soldiers, and to his greatest surprise, he saw Fulanis emerging from the other side. So he told the soldiers, are these not the Fulani? See Fulani people that are shooting, see them appearing here. So the soldiers said to him, okay, let me see how we will take, cover so that we will shoot them. He still refused to enter. He stood back, and there's only for him to turn and look at the soldier, and saw the soldier beckoning on the Fulanis, signaling on them to come. While the people ran inside the classroom, the Fulanis came and then started shooting the people in that class in cold blood. They massacred those people, including the soldier. The young man saw he saw the soldiers shooting. He thought they were shooting the Fulanis. They were not. They were also shooting in the classroom. That was what made him to now begin to wonder, oh, no wonder this is what has been happening to our people. He could not do a thing. He had no gun, he had nothing. And also to let you know, 2 of the young men jumped out of the class, but those ones too survived. They are around. Now, to shock you the more, the following day, which was when the news got round, I was informed, being the national president of the tribe, and I gave orders nobody should touch any of those dead bodies in the classroom. Let everybody remain where they are. The corpses, let them remain where they are until journalists or reporters come to see it for themselves, because we've been talking and crying and shouting. Nobody was listening to us. It may interest you to know, this thing has been on for the past almost 2 weeks, unabated. Every blessed day we were burying our people, from one mass burial to another. And that day on was one blow that dealt with us completely. So I told them nobody should touch it. And when the journalist came, I called the reporters of channels, I called the reporters of PRTV, I called the reporters of NTA, and they all went. Now, what happened was that when these reporters went, the soldiers, there was one soldier that came that morning, because these ones ran away. These ones that perpetrated the act ran away. Some soldiers came and accosted the reporters and told them, we do not want you to take these pictures. We do not want you to show the world any of these pictures, because if you do, we will be blamed for not doing our job.
But
so one of the
all of these, were accounts given to you by some of these reporters, some of the people on ground.
Yes.
Because some people will say, are you saying these based on hearsays or based on what actually happened on ground? Because some of them sound too good to be true.
Yes, it's too good to be true. You're right, but it's very, very true. Do you know, sir, that these reporters are the ones that gave me this account? That the soldiers that they met there told them these things I'm telling you, and the reporter asked him, oh, are you talking about social responsibility? And he said, yeah, you got me. They say, we know now. So we will not show it to the world.
So these attacks, like, how many people lost their lives?
27.
27 women, yes, children, and men.
And youth. Yes.
Your accusation of the military could not even with the herdsmen. Have you called the attention of the leadership of the military, especially the special task force in Jos to these?
My brother, you know we have been meeting with the military. We've been meeting with the joint task force. Not once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times. So that was, and at each meeting, they will always stand on some points that are abstract. Our women decided, that is before this last one, our women decided to protest because of the seeming lukewarmness of the Nigerian military that were hitherto guarding the people or providing security for the people. Now, a young man was killed. Nobody was caught. But a cow was killed. 4 or 5 people were arrested. How can you account for that action? That is 1. 2, that very day that the women protested, they said, we don't want any protection. If this is what your protection means or it entails, we don't want it anymore. And so the soldiers, the colonel in charge of that operation or that security outfit decided to tell his soldiers to leave since these people don't want us. Let us leave the place. Now let me ask you, is that a normal thing? Is that a normal thing that a soldier who is not posted to that place by the citizens will now use the excuse of the citizens to abandon the people? Is that normal?
But
now, what happened? I'm coming. What happened? The point I'm making here is that immediately the soldiers left that place. Immediately, not 5 minutes later, the Fulani struck, and that was around 10-11 a.m. and they burnt houses, raised houses down by fire, and they killed 3 people, burning one in one of the rooms and firing 2 on the head, blasting their heads. I have that picture. Do you know what happened? We went to meet with the Operation Safe Haven, or so to say, and we met with the commander, and we were talking. We said, you see, how come your people left and 1 minute or 5 minutes later Fulani struck? It only means that the soldiers told the Fulani, see, these people say they don't want us around. We are going, so the place is free for you to operate. That is a school of thought that cannot be disputed.
You know, it's unfortunate. There's been a lull in these attacks for some time. You know, many people felt maybe the peace was actually returning to the plateau until these days round of violence again. What do you think, has brought it up again?
It's a program. It's an orchestrated program. They do not want plateau to be at peace, really. That is why. That's just the reason. What else? Don't you see the kind of operation that is going around the north central zone or the middle belt? Don't you see it? See how they are moving. It's a plan. It's an orchestrated plan. And my pains are that how can Nigerian military run away from the common Fulani if that is true? They didn't.
You've heard government say that, well, these herdsmen are not Nigerians, that they are, probably from outside of the country, crossing the borders into Nigeria.
Very good. I like that postulation. Now listen. I told the commander, I said they killed 3 of our people that day. He said it's not true. And the colonel said it is not true. I was taken aback. It then means that they didn't know anything that happened. The colonel in charge did not report to the headquarters what happened. I decided to show them pictures that I took that very day, that very morning that we were having that meeting. The corpses were lying on the ground that very moment. And they said that was not possible. I said to look at it, and the corpses are there. They were the ones that went to find the corpses. So how can you say it's a lie? Answer. If the government, if the military say that these Fulanis are not Nigerians, why are they not killing them? Let me show you. The commander said when we met with the governor that that day that we are meeting with him, he said these people are Nigerians and we cannot shoot Nigerians. That was what he said. The commander himself, he said they were Nigerians, so he cannot shoot Nigerians. And I said to him, how can you say they are Nigerians? If these people are attacking Nigerians, and you are not repelling them, or you're not fighting them, or you're not accosting them, or you're not even doing anything, then it means you're only complacent.
Well, at which meeting was this said? You know, that the commander said they can't attack them because they are Nigerians.
Yes, it was the meeting that I told you we met with him. Two of our leaders met with the commander. I can't remember his name now. Let me tell you, sir. He said, I cannot bear seeing my people being shot. We can't shoot the Fulanis and we can't shoot the rivers. And I said, how can you say you can't shoot? People are sitting in their rooms and all you will hear is attackers who come and begin to fire guns at them and burning their houses. Do you mean the Fulanis are Nigerians or not Nigerians? The Fulanis are the ones leading them. The native Fulanis are the ones leading their assailants into every nook and crannies of our place, because they are born and bred in this locality.
All right. Well, you know, just to get something clear, Honorable Abdul, when did this meeting you talked about, when did it take place?
The meeting took place. They say that the women protested last week.
Okay.
This happened last week.
Okay. Do you have any Fulani, settlement or community close to where these incidents happen?
Very well. We cohabit with them. That's the truth. They stay in the peripheral villages, but there is a particular area where the Fulanis are camped. All right, and the Hausa are camped. That is where these assailants or these mercenaries are camped. And we told the soldiers, and they know it. And even the Fulanis decided to name that place Sambisa Forest, and that is how they call it today. They say, I told the soldiers, I said, you are Nigerian army, you are sick. In fact, the commander said to the governor that we are standing and looking at these Fulanis, we are seeing them on the rocks, on the mountains. And he said, we are telling them, let them be careful, because we're Nigerian army. I have access to jet bombers and whatever. If I should deploy them, we will destroy them. I say, look at this man talking. You deploy them and destroy them. You are only talking, and you say you are seeing them, and you call yourself Nigerian army. That's where the problem is.
Are you saying there is a cover-up? Are you saying there is tacit state support, government support for these Fulani herdsmen attacking your communities?
I may not outrightly say government support, but I can tell you without fear of being contradicted that the soldiers are complacent. The soldiers are compromised. I am telling you. Because that day, the commander was telling us that the women were crying and were saying, he met some of the women, and so they were saying that they're giving the soldiers cows. We are seeing them giving soldiers cows and rams. So the commander said, where are these people giving cows? Let them give me, I want to eat too. Can you imagine that insult? Can you imagine that? It is the same commander that is saying to the press that the people did not cash in on the peace proposal, and they decided to attack the Fulani. Is he the spokesman of the Fulani?
Did your people attack the Fulanis?
No, you see, this is a school of thought. And the point that I want to tell you right now is that what actually happened from beginning was that a Fulani man was beheaded by some cultists in my area. And we went out and condemned that act totally, because we do not condone such activities.
When did this happen? When did this happen?
That was I think on the 7th or so of December.
Okay.
So we went and apologized to the Fulanis, and our chief, our traditional ruler, went on his knees to beg the father of that boy, and we promised to look for the people and to surrender them to the authority, and we met with our promises. The following day, we had some of the people that we thought they partook in that kind of heinous act, and we handed them over to the police. About 5 people. Sir, the police were the ones that interrogated those 5 people and realized that 4 out of the 5 were not involved. one was involved to some extent, so that one is in detention up to today. What do you want people who are showing responsibility to do? But yet, the Fulani told us that day when we were meeting to beg them, they said, look, we too, we have useless devil. They call it in house Banza Bokwe. Useless devil. And these useless devil, we have them in quantum in our community. They may not listen to this you are begging. They may want to take their pound of flesh. And we were saying, if that is what you want to do, that is you. But honestly, we are sorry about this thing. And we are, surrender the people to you. Only for them to take the action that they took and killed the people that they killed in that village. They killed 24 people, sir. Now they call it reprisal attack. 24 people because of that one man. And that is how they continue from that state. They continue killing our people till day before yesterday.
So, from that September 7 up to now, how many people have been killed in these communities?
Do you know, I have lost count, honestly. There are documentation committee. I'm yet to meet with them because currently I'm writing exam. But honestly, the one that I asked sharp was that the houses that were burned. They burned over 250 houses in our community. They killed our pigs in quantum. They cut down every tree, every pawpaw tree or a pear tree or banana plantations. They cut it down. They go to the farm. They destroy every cabbage farm. They destroy them. They put cows at will in our farms to eat and destroy the farm. These are on record, sir.
And what's the Plateau State government doing about this? Is the government helpless?
Well, the government truly is helpless because the governor decided to put curfew on Miango town because to him, he thought that was the best thing to do. More so, the soldiers were the ones complaining to the governor that they cannot attack the Fulanis because the natives were always, getting on their way. Do you understand? So the Governor Lalong's government decided to put curfew in order to ward everybody away from the area. Now, anybody that dares go out shows that he is an enemy of the state. So our people were confined in their homes only for them to receive different attacks, killed in the night. How come there will be a curfew, the soldiers are in the villages, and then the houses will be burnt and people killed? Let me tell you, the curfew was imposed on Miango town. That very night, they killed 5 people. The following night, they killed 6 people. The following day, they killed 27. That's what I'm telling you. Now, who is responsible for that? It's the military. It shows that they are complacent. It shows that they are inactive. It shows that they are also conniving.
Okay, well, the federal government, under President Buhari, has condemned these killings over and over again. And in fact, just the day after that one happened, again, this latest one, he described it as madness, and then ordered the military to actually put an end to it. Don't you think that, well, maybe these latest directive by the president will go a long way in ending this? Do you have implicit confidence in that directive?
It should have done. That should have been earlier. These lives wouldn't have been wasted as it were. But the declaration of the federal government on this issue as bad is good. It's good, but it's not good enough. Now, one thing that they did that is helpful, of course, is withdrawing the military, most of the military men, and replacing them with the MOPOL. The MOPOL are the one, most of them are the MOPOLs now, and that is why you can see that things are better. Since day before yesterday, we have not had any attacks anymore.
You have confidence in mobile police officers, mobile policemen than the military.
Yes, because they are trained. They are the ones trained for civil defense. They are the ones. They receive good training. The military are not trained for this kind of operations.
But the general perception, Honorable Abdul, is that these Fulani herdsmen in attacking the communities are heavily armed and it's only the army, it's only the soldiers that can face them. That's the perception everyone holds.
That was the perception of everyone. But do you know the military? I am telling you, the military is compromised. The Nigerian military is compromised, and unless and until something is done, let me tell you, Nigeria is sitting on a keg of bombs. 1, 2. Let me also tell you that unless and until the federal government institute a serious, investigation, full-fledged investigation on this, you've not had enough of this thing. You've not had a lot, because the Nigerian army is compromised. I'm telling you.
Well, tell me, do you think the president Muhammadu Buhari has handled this matter, in the way you felt should have handled it all this while?
Yes, you see, what I am saying is that this thing has been happening for close to 2 weeks. It's only after the last one that the federal government decided to swing into action. And I am saying it is belated. After how many people were killed? Why are we so inactive and insensitive to the loss of life? Lives are no more sacred in Nigeria. Some people take the lives of others at will, and they go to bed and sleep, and nothing is done. How can you explain that a people have been consistently annihilated for close to 2 weeks without one of their assailants being apprehended or killed? Instead, it is the natives who are always, attacked by the military, breaking their homes, looking for what? Looking for dead guns that hunters are keeping to protect themselves in case of such aggression. They will disarm them and then allow them to be more vulnerable to the attack. Can you explain that? That is the pain of our success.
Well, tell me, Honorable, before I let you go, what, in your own honest opinion, do you think is the permanent solution to this recurring crisis?
Let me tell you, sir, unless and until we are sincere, let there be sincerity of purpose in the Nigerian rulership plan. If we are not sincere, Nigeria will crumble, whether we like it or not. The indications are that things are happening sporadically, and we are saying the Fulanis left Miango town without being chased away by anybody, and since they left the place, let them remain where they want. If they don't want us, let them go to where the people want them. Now, it's not even a problem. This is Fulani problem. Fulanis are attackers of every community, including your own. Did they not come to your place? They came to the southwest, they came to the southeast, they came to the northwest. They are also outside Nigeria. They are destroying our farms.
All right. Well, Honorable Abdul, we commiserate with you again, and we hope that these, senseless killings will end, very soon, and we won't have a repeat of it again. We'd like to thank you very much for speaking with us this morning on. Well, Honorable Sunday Abdul, the president of the Development Association, speaking with us there from Jos. Well, I'm joined live on the line now from just the Plateau State capital by the chairman of the Miyetti Allah Katu Brothers Association of Nigeria, Mark Bond. Well, they are the ones accused of carrying out these killings. Malam Muhammad Nur Abdullahi joins us live on the line from Jos. Thank you so much for joining us on Front this morning, Malam.
Thank you very much for calling me.
Thank you. Well, the latest killings in Plateau State, your association, the Miyetti Allah, has been in the eye of the storm. Most people, especially the victims of these killings, have accused your members, the Fulani herdsmen, members of the Miyetti Allah, of being the ones behind these attacks. Why are you attacking these particular people, Malam?
Yes, it is something baffling that anything that happens in most of these areas and Plateau State at large, they will allege it is Fulani herdsmen. But is it really Fulani herdsmen? There are so many analyses we are doing to see if it is Fulani herdsmen. And there are observations we have towards what happened really in Plateau State. For example, the genesis of this crisis is as a result of, on the 28th,
of August this year, killing one Abubakar Wada, beheading him, and then burning the corpse, which he was declared missing on the 1st of September this year, and the corpse was recovered and exhumed from where they buried it with the security presence in a village called Pantanko. And on the 8th of this September this year, they also attacked some cattle rearers in Kwal, a village of Mayongo, and killed 2 boys and killed 9 cows belonging to the deceased. All these things, we have been working with security agencies to see if we will stop further occurrence of these nasty experiences. But unfortunately, what happened in Ancha baffles us very much well, because between Pantanko and Ancha village is a distance of about 15 kilometers. But our own analysis gives us this, and let me give it to the world. What is the relationship between the Irigwe, that is Nyango people, and other communities surrounding them? They have communities surrounding them. We, the Fulanis, are in their mixture. We are not in their countryside. We are in their mixture. Now, in their surrounding, they have the Chawai, the Atel, the Dirams, the Azizere, and Rukuba. What is the relationship between them and these communities? They fought Fulanis in 2001, displaced them in 100%, which is by the way. And then in 2005, there was a serious skirmishes around Gidang Ado and neighboring area, border area of Mayongo and Ganaguri, where they lost some lives. In 2015, a very serious skirmishes took place in May 2015 with Rukuba people, where there was a killings in the Rukuba. In the same year, November, they also fought the Rukuba people. There was a very serious skirmishes where they lost so many lives.
So Malam, you are saying that you've been able to trace these latest killings to, these past issues that the people have with their immediate neighbors.
Yes, their immediate neighbors. Look at the Birams. Just May this year, over 150 persons were killed between the Mayongo people and Birom people. All these are communities very close to them, surrounding them, and then watching them. Now, in my own analysis, up till today, these herdsmen, they are alleging herdsmen, none of them has been arrested. None of them, with the heavy security presence in the area, none of these herdsmen were arrested. Look at the scenarios. In a village near Pantanko, the security invites the villagers to come to a school and gather themselves there as refugees, and then the security will safeguard them. But before you know it, this suspected Fulani herdsmen came to that place, attacked them, killed them. It is in the news everywhere.
Okay, well, Malam,
heavy presence of security.
Yeah, Malam, permit me to cut in here. I spoke with the president of the Irigwe Development Association earlier on, and he said that the genesis of these latest killings is because he said cultists killed a Fulani man on the 7th of September, and that they actually went, led by their chief, the traditional ruler of the Irigwe people, to appeal to the Fulanis to forgive, and actually arrested and handed over the perpetrators of that killing to the police. He said that this latest killing is a reprisal from the Fulanis for that killing.
This is a total confusion where we are having so many people saying what they want to say anywhere and everywhere. These are false information they are giving. It is not true. It is a false story. Let me tell you, what happened with that boy was communal atrocity. All their community, the Antanko community, are involved in this killing. But let me tell you one funny story. Up till today, Antanko village has not been attacked. If Antanko people have not been attacked, why other people? Why? I am baffled. We have to ask him such questions. If the security will gather people in a place, and then after some time, the hoodlums will come and under heavy security presence and then heavy equipment, and then these hoodlums will kill these people, and then they will go because scot free. Nobody has been arrested, nobody has been killed, and I have so many questions with this. Are these Fulanis ghosts, or do they vanish into thin air, or are they spirits? Why? What happened?
They are accusing they accusing the military of conniving with the Fulani herdsmen. They're saying that the Fulani herdsmen and the military are actually collaborating. And they said that after the killings in Marengo village, that the Fulani herdsmen actually even asked their cows to trample on the farmlands and everything over there.
Well, this question is very heavy for me to answer it. The security are there, the military are there. If this thing will happen in Nigeria, where a community will connive with security agencies to deal with another community, this is baffling. This is very, very serious something. We must rise to the occasion. We should not allow this thing happen. And let me tell you, let the security come out and say what happened there. We are also accusing the security agencies. Look at the former commissioner of police when they attacked Antanko. In the morning, I tried his line. Somebody from Mayambo people called me in the night, tell me that this is what is happening. I immediately called the commissioner of police. His line was not going through, but in the morning, 7 o'clock, he came out and addressed press and saying it is suspected Fulani herdsmen. Without arrest, without anything, nothing. No, how do he come to conclusion as an investigation officer? The chief investigation officer in the state, the chief prosecutor in the state, is now concluding within something less than 3 hours, and then without arrest, without any proof, without anything, he is saying it is herdsmen. These threats, these intimidations, they will not help this country. They will never help this country.
Well, Malam, the general perception across Nigeria, especially down south here, is that your members, the Fulani, cattle rearers and the herdsmen, are the ones actually fomenting this trouble. They say that your members rear their cattle, arming themselves with guns. Do your members carry guns and machetes with themselves when they, rear cattle, stick cattle along?
Security agencies. Let me tell you, this Mayongo issue is not as a result of farmland, animals, anything. It is not cattle rearers, farmers conflict. This is something very different. And we are soliciting to security agencies. I have said and I have been saying it for quite a long time. Let them go by searching these herdsmen. Anybody they found with AK-47, they should arrest him, they should deal with him, he should be a deterrent to others.
Malam, is it possible
to be lawless?
Well, is it possible, or would you agree, just like government has insinuated in some instances, that these terrorist herdsmen are not from Nigerians?
Let me tell you, these are business propagandas. Let Nigerian government work with Fulanis of Nigeria. We will find this problem. We will find the root of it. Where they are saying Fulani herdsmen are terrorists, are this, are that, they are accusing Fulani herdsmen. They are business actually. wherever they give this information, they will say it is a reprisal attack. If it is reprisal, that is retaliation. If it is that, what happened before the retaliation, before the reprisal? Let us look at dig it to the roots and find out what exactly happened. Not just pointing accusing finger to other communities. Now, let me tell you some information. Even if it is armed robbery on the roads, today they will start accusing Fulani herdsmen. Why is it so? Why do they intimidate Fulanis? Why do they harass Fulanis from here and there? Why is it, if it is arrests during action of armed robbery or something like that, you will see they are not Fulani herdsmen. But when they escape, they are Fulani herdsmen. What is really happening?
Well, are there non-Nigerian Fulani herdsmen within your midst? Because the people of Irigwe are saying that the native Fulanis, existing, cohabiting with them on the periphery of their communities, are the ones leading these invaders, to attack their communities.
Okay, now, if an invader from outside will come and attack them and be scot free and move back with his heavy arms, move back and go out of Nigeria, and without him being detected, we are finished in Nigeria. So therefore, these things, we should look closely to them. We should stop accusing us on a community, a large community. The herdsmen are a very large community, potential community in Nigeria, that fought for this country, that contributed for the development of this country, but now accusing fingers, hatredness, hate speeches against the community, and nobody is going against it because they don't have media, because they don't go to school, because of reasons like that, because they have an agenda that they are working towards achieving the agenda. Now we are now digging into the agenda they have been working through to achieve the agenda they are achieving. Look at the scenario. I myself that I'm talking to you, my forefather was born in Kasa, in Barikiladi local government, in Rio local government of Plateau State. My 8 generations, we are in Plateau, but today I'm not an indigenous in Plateau State. Look at some people who came to Plateau State just recently, about 15 years. They are now enjoying scholarships, they are now enjoying indigenous certificates, and so on and so forth. But my own community, despite the fact that the white man, the Ohibo, when they come to rule Nigeria, the indirect ruling, they use some Fulanis in Plateau to rule the indirect ruling. Example of them is Arno the Bune of Butu Chiefdom. Today, Butu Chiefdom is not, the history has been damaged, but we have some standing evidences to show the Butu Chiefdom.
Well, just before I let you go, because of our time, Malam, tell me, what in your own opinion do you think is the lasting solution to these recurring crises?
Number one is let us set the fruits. The bitter truth must be told. Secondly, we the community leaders, the security agencies, government, and other opinion leaders, religion leaders, let us come on board. Let us discuss this thing. Let us remove sentiment of religion, sentiment of tribalism, sentiment, any form of sentiment. Let us say the gospel truth and then fight this insurgency. If not, it will swallow all of us. And then lastly, let us dig to the roots. What is exactly happening? That thing that is happening, let us not hide it. For example, there were some arrests that were made. I have the information that there are 8 persons who were arrested on Tuesday this week with 5 brand new AK-47s, ready with full loaded, and they are now in the CID in just here. Who are those? What are their missions? What are their... Let the security agencies bring this out to president, to to media organizations. Let them discuss with them. Let them air them in the world. Let everybody know them, who they are, what is their mission, why do they carry AK-47, where do they get them, and so many questions.
All right. Well, Malam Abdullahi, we have to end it here, but then definitely we'll get back again to you to always get your own perspectives on some of these issues. We'll be, coming to you again. We ask you again to tell us about, efforts at actually resolving this. We'd like to thank you very much. Malam Muhammad Nuru Abdullahi, the chairman of Mieti Allah Categories Association of Nigeria, Plateau State Chapter. Thank you so much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, we've been making efforts to speak with the military, Captain Umaru Adamu of the Special Task Force in the Plateau State. He spoke with us last night, gave us his word to join us this morning, especially to answer questions of complicity that the Igwe people are leveled against them, saying that they're collaborating with the herdsmen. But then, unfortunately, he's not been picking his calls this morning. We hope, well, when we can, bring him back here. It will tell us more about these particular incidents. We'll open the phone line so we'll like you to join us. Make your comments very short, make it very simple, and make it most importantly civil. Join us now.
You can now join the conversation by phoning 0703-175-9177, 0703-175-9177, and 0902-427-3808. You can equally make use of our social media platforms. For WhatsApp, 0703-175-9173, 0703-175-9173. Tweet at us at Rave917FM, and Facebook is Rave917FM. Do remember to turn down the volume on the radio set or move away from it. And please, let's keep our comments civil. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Sonda from Oshogo.
Mr. Sonda, you have just 1 minute. Let's go.
Okay. I called your station yesterday. I complained about the military and the Fulani headsmen, that both of them, they are working together. I don't believe what the chairman of Media Allah is saying this morning, because he knows that his people are the people responsible for this. They are people responsible of killing innocent human beings. But federal government will not do anything. But if it's those people that is just agitating, they will send military there to destroy them. So just like I said yesterday, I'm pleading with the Nigerian military. Let them know that they are the military of Nigeria and not that of the Media. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sunday. Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
What's the name are you calling from?
My name is Jacob Oster. I'm calling from Taraba State, from local government.
You're calling from Taraba. How do you listen to us from Taraba?
It's just our social media, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. It's about the issue of these Fulani people. Some days ago, some months ago, they came to, we have an argument between Takuma and those Fulani, and they pursued them away. I don't know, you asked that man in question that, those Fulani, you asked them that, what's the reason why are they working with a ham or gun? Because the last time they came to our place, they came with so many guns. And our people from their place, they pursued them to the extent that they pursued them, reach their camp, and they camp around the middle between the river, between Nigeria and Cameroon. That's what the place where they pursued them. So the man, you ask that man that, no, let me ask them, the man that the Fulani, they are very easy to recognize. They are very easy.
All right.
To recognize than the remaining people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Messages on WhatsApp here. This one reads, it's from Shegwamawumi. It said Nigerians are living up the north and the plateau are not finding it easy at all. From the reports, it is apparent that there was some sort of synergy between the Nigerian army. Is it not high time people took their security on their own? This is serious. And they are coming from the video show saying, honestly, these Fulani categories the covering sheet to run away Boko Haram members. Federal government should act fast to deal with this nonsense now. God save us. And Femi Vic from Oshobo is saying, good morning. It's pathetic and saddening to be experiencing these acts. And moreover, the government just inactive. They were active to declare the Biafra as terrorist group, but not so inactive to do such to Fulani herdsmen with weapons. This is totally unfair and biased. God bless. Rave and thank you. Let's take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
I'd like for you to turn down the volume of the radio set, please, when you call. And this other message. Okay, let's take the call first. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Femi. I'm calling from Oshobo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawal.
It's unfortunate this thing is happening to us. And this thing is internet. I see some people are the country is killing our people. It is within us. But we are so lifted of discourse because of our behavior, our lack of truth. The truth has not been said in this issue. And I hope one day somebody will say the truth. It is unfortunate. We should be careful with how we pass comments on this issue. I will pray to God and we beg our government to find something. Nigerians are dying. Humanity is losing. We should stop all this nonsense. It's enough. Enough is enough. God help us.
Thank you, Mr. Nawal. Daniel Delight says, how did we get here? I thought we voted for change our lives to be safer. Alas, it's not been so. We obviously now live in a dispensation when some lives are more sacred than others. And Spirit Walker is saying, if the Nigerian government don't heed to the plight of harmless Nigerians just because their assailants are not in their bedroom, I just think our government will plunge us into a state of anarchy. And this one is saying, ask the Mieti Allah spokesman if the association has a way of identifying their members from foreign herdsmen portraying themselves as Fulani herdsmen. And Maforo Ronsho Christopher from Mushobu is saying, the Fulani that I know carry sticks and not guns. We should look into the issue of Boko Haram escaping from the law under the pretext of cattle areas. Thank you very much for all of your comments on the program right here today. We thank you very sincerely. We spoke to the chairman of the Mieti Allah, and he did say that their members are not the ones, and he's saying it's actually unfortunate that all the blames have been heaped on them rather unfairly. And then the president of the association also saying, well, there is some sort of complicity, some sort of collaboration between the military and the attackers. We tried everything we could to get the military to speak on this issue. Captain Omar Radamo promised us last night to speak with us. He spoke with us, very assuring to join us this morning, but this morning he's not picking his calls again. We'll be back here on Monday for another edition of Front Talk. Thank you so much for being a part of our world all through this week. On behalf of the team and executive producer Femi Adefila, my name is Femi Olanipekun. Asking you to have a super weekend. Bye bye. Good morning.
Let's see who does it this week. Keep here to the best new music. Rave 91.7, defining the